Drum roll, please. Kennedy Meadows today. Hey, look where we made it. Chocolate ice cream. Good morning. Thomas and I are getting to drum roll, please. Kennedy Meadows today. So it was a very dusty, dirty night because it was so windy. We're in these bushes, so my allergies are like, whoo, a little bit off the charts. There were these tiny little flying bugs that landed all over my stuff. But thankfully, I think they just landed and then went to sleep. They weren't like crawling around and grossing me out. And they didn't crawl into my stuff. They were just landed. So, I don't know. It made it hard to sleep. It was definitely cold. I think I realized like, okay, I need to get a few, like some other things to beef up my sleep system. So I'm a little more, make sure I'm warm enough while I'm in the High Sierra. Oh my gosh, a tiny bunny. Oh boy. Okay, sorry about that. I tried to get a picture of the bunny, but then the bunny ran away. So, yeah, I need to get some more warm things because it will be pretty cold. And last night it was kind of hard to sleep because it was cold. I mean, also I was obviously just uncomfortable because there were some bugs around and the wind and stuff. So, not a great night's sleep. And I don't know, I think, okay, we have 15 miles and maybe a little bit less, maybe 14, to get to Kennedy Meadows. And then we're taking the rest of the day to prepare. So it's pretty exciting. I'm really happy. Feels really nostalgic and kind of heart-wrenching in a way because I just have like such big memories from this section because it was so intense. Like when I did in 2018, I entered the High Sierra May 12th. So there was a lot of snow, a lot of post-holing, a lot of like intense suffering kind of, but also like a lot of joy from the beauty and a lot of strength building. And yeah, so anyways, lots of big memories. I'll talk more about them, I'm sure, as we get into the High Sierra, and I'm excited to show you all the beautiful views today. So let's get into it. Okay, so today, as I get into Kennedy Meadows, and once I'm in Kennedy Meadows, I do want to talk to you guys about how I'm preparing to go into the High Sierra, tell you a little bit more about the terrain and like why it takes extra preparation. I'm sure most of you know if you're familiar with the PCT, but just want to go over it with you and kind of share the behind the scenes of planning for that section and what our plan is. And so we'll definitely get into that later today. I stopped for a second for like 2 minutes to go pee, and Thomas is already way up there. Okay, almost to the bottom of this climb. We have less than 10 miles to go to get to Kennedy Meadows, and most of it will be virtually flat. So hopefully it just stays really nice and cruisy. Seems like it will. And then I'll be there by noon or 1. Probably by noon. Okay, finally getting into the trees soon, I hope. Unless literally the trail just skirts around all this, but that'd be crazy. Because it's been hot under the sun. Still going strong. Almost 8 miles. Huge bunny. Are you a jackrabbit? Hello, little boy. Hello. Yay. Thank goodness, it feels so good in the trees. Biggest river so far. Yay. Follow this for about a mile and then it branches off. And I think I have about 4 miles to go. Hey, look where we made it. 700 miles. Whoa. Crazy. Yes. It's so hot. We left the trees and we're back in the desert sand. But we are only 3 miles away from Kendi Meadows. 3 miles. Yay. Wow. We're gonna be swimming in something like that soon.
Okay.
Very beautiful.
Highway 1 something, right?
Okay, Kendi Meadows is kind of within sight. I think some of those buildings might be things, maybe not. We still have a while. Well, we still have a mile on trail, and then it's like 0.7 to the general store, and then a mile and a half past that, I think. So we're just walking to the general store. Hopefully, kind of hoping there's just like a ride at the trailhead. We'll see. Okay, getting to the road that leads to Kendi Meadows. Ah! Okay, make myself halfway presentable for people that we might see in 0.7. Oh, wow. Okay, just about 15 miles to get here. 5 hours, not bad. How do you feel?
Excited to be in Kendi Meadows. I want root beer.
Yay!
Stay tuned for that.
Okay, everybody. We are so excited. Oh my gosh, that sign literally says ice. Yes, that will bring us in because it is boiling. How hot is it right now? Let me look. It is 87 degrees out. Oh, hot, hot, hot. Priorities on chocolate ice cream. Thomas had a root beer float. Okay, I am showered. My hair is clean. We drove over with Thomas's mom to Triple Crown Outfitters to check out some gear here. So far today, we ate a pint of ice cream, went over to the other gear shop, and then the hiker in there / the woman helped us make some plans. So we did some planning. I started my laundry, took a shower, and now we're trying to figure out our resupply. And then also if we need any other gear here, I think I might need an ice axe. So I might get that here. Okay, so Thomas and I are organizing our resupply. So much to do tonight still, honestly. I'm just like, how? But we're working out of the back of his mom's car, which has been great. All my stuff's here. He started working there, but then he decided just easier to be on the ground. Which is fair. I almost did the ground sheet thing too, and I maybe was taking up too much space in the car, so sorry about that. But yeah, I'm about to count all the calories to make sure I have enough for each day. I honestly feel like there's a lot of food here, so I should be doing pretty good. But yeah, about to find out. I still need to charge and upload, so, and it's already like 8:30 or something, so not having the best time in the sense of getting things done because it's just taken a while. But Durston sent me a 1-person tent, so thank you so much, Durston, because I'm very excited to have that just in case the bugs are pretty bad. I'll hold on to my tarp. Well, I'll probably like send it ahead. Maybe have Thomas's mom hold on to it for a little while, and then I'll pass it along to Cam, and then I might switch back to it depending on bug season. But we're also going to try out the 2-person Durston when Cam joins me, because spoiler, Cam's joining me once I finish the Sierra. So really looking forward to that, and that should be really, really fun. And I also got new Ultras, so those came in, but the only thing I didn't get is new insoles again. So my feet aren't going to be like at 100% because they need new insoles. Like, I've been using the insoles I have since I got them on the AT somewhere, I think. So a little worried about that, but I hopefully will be able to get them when Cam comes in like 200 more miles. But at least I have new shoes, and that's something. Yeah, just taking a deep breath, trying to get it all done. So I'm gonna say bye for now and keep going. Okay, so basically I'm gonna have a honey bun, Pop-Tart, Gatorade bar, then a tuna with a tortilla and chips for lunch. Then I'm either gonna eat this dry or cold soaked sometime later in the day. Couscous for dinner. I eat half a box for dinner, so not too much, but it's kind of very filling. So I'm also doing a packet of olive oil with the couscous. So this is 2 boxes, so this is 4 dinners. So I just did 2 big bags. And then I'll also mix 1 packet of potatoes will go for, I think, a few days. So I'll mix that with this. And then I also got mayo packets to mix with the tuna to make that more calorie dense. And then for snacks, I'm doing 1 Snickers bar, half a bag of Skittles, and 1 Cliff Blocks per day. And then like 3 of these, which are really, really light, but also like satisfy that like sweet sugary kick. Rice Krispie treats. And then it's like protein oatmeal for like a dessert at night, or maybe during the day. It's just kind of like an easy thing to add water and eat. And then I have 2 packets of electrolytes per day. So 1 element and then either like 2 liters worth, I guess. So I have a mix of 1 element per day and then either Propel or Liquid IV. This is 2 whole bags of chips in here. So now the challenge is to get all of this to this bear can, but I packed away 1 day of food. Okay, everybody, that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you tune in tomorrow. And I also want to say a huge thank you to my virtual trail angels who are supporting me over on Venmo, and all the trail angels that I've seen in person and who have reached out. All your friendly comments mean so much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.